I'm all right. Hell no. Joaquin said dominate, and we not doing it.
Here from the 3. Streaks across the 30. He might be gone.
It's up. Gaston to the right. Oh,
They got blockers. They got blockers. They've got a lane.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. Darrell Langham with the grab.
Stars intercepted. Look out. Trajan Bandy, the true freshman. We got the shoot again.
Because when the U is on and the U brings it, there's nothing like it. We got to get this. And it's going to take everybody.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Miami Nights podcast. Your Miami Hurricanes came off a bye week this week, so I hope everyone had a chill week, not much going on. I was pretty relaxed. Yours was pretty relaxed. Curt, yours was relaxed, I assume?
Nothing going on here.
Yeah, no, Curt is a father now. We want to give a big congratulations
Yep.
to the newest member of the Miami Nights podcast.
Hurricane of the week.
That's
Yes.
right. Yeah.
I go first. That was my award.
Yeah. Yep.
So perfect
Amazing.
time for a bye week. Curt needed that. We were just talking about it, but it'd be tough watching FSU Miami with also having like a 2-day old. So
That would have been just
great
far
timing.
Too much.
Great timing
That's
on
right.
Jenna's part. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
She's a true fan. She was
True.
going to go to the Florida game, and that was about 4 days prior.
Yeah.
Right to giving birth. So she's a true
I should emphasize she wanted to go. I made the call not to go to that game. She
She
wanted
was at
to
the
go
USF game.
to the game. She was at the USF game.
Yeah.
We were even there for most of the delay, but she wanted to go to the Florida game, and I was like, I don't think, maybe we'll just stay home.
Yeah. I mean, I'm out of breath walking up those steps to section 343, and I can't imagine being 9 months.
You know what?
pregnant.
That's funny. I wish I brought that up. The first time I've ever taken that escalator up to level 3 was USF game.
Was it
Only
nice?
time ever. I didn't take the walk.
We got you. The walk builds character.
That's right.
The walk gets you in this. I call it's Kane's walk for the fans. It gets you. It gets you ready. You look out at the skyline. You see all of the impending storms coming in.
Yep.
And then, before you know it, you're at section 343. It's very fun to watch people walk up that section knowing I'm not sure they're going to make it to their seat.
Yep.
They're hurting.
And walking down after the game. I mean, how many
Yes.
guys are we? We just look
It
at
is
each other
steep.
like.
I'll say when I'm flying up those stairs, though, it's a blur, and I'm just hoping my feet are hitting the right steps. Because if you eat it in front of everybody, that would be brutal.
Tough. It'd be a tough scene. Yeah.
Oh man, but yeah, so like I said, we had a bye week this week, so a little different setup for today's episode. But we're gonna
I just wanted to also say I'm in my bedroom and I'm standing, so that's something. So I might have to take a seat later on, but there's nowhere to sit. I'm using a ring light that's only half my face, so I'm holding the mic. So it's tough
sounds
times
great.
over here. Okay.
No, I appreciate the update. Yeah, not as maybe stressful as the time as Curt has had having a newborn, but it's close enough.
Well,
that you're having to
it's
stand during
close,
this
Jimmy.
podcast. Yeah,
That's
well,
great.
cool.
I'm going to be used as like the measurement stick. Everyone's going to get sick of me for like, well, my life's hard, but I'm not.
Yeah.
It's not him.
I don't have a newborn.
Got
Got fired from my job, but he's not Curt.
We're going to get into kind of what happened in college football this week. It was an incredible slate on Saturday. Had some marquee games, had some top teams fall a little bit. Then we'll get into our preview into FSU, talk about our Eye of the Hurricane.
Dude, it's FSU week.
I know.
Come on.
I know. But here's the thing. FSU, they blew it. They blew game day for us. It was locked and loaded. Herb Street had even hinted at it that they were going to be in Tallahassee, and the Virginia Cavaliers came into town. Let's just start with that. I don't even need to get into the agenda. We'll start with that. Did you guys watch this game?
Sure did.
I did.
I was at a recruiting
Lovely
event
watch.
for law school, and I had some lawyer trying to talk with me. I'm supposed to be networking, and I'm like looking up in the corner like every 3 seconds, watch this. And I left early to go watch the game. I'm so thankful I did. That would be it was. I think I saw a tweet and they said that was the most like satisfactory hate watch I've ever had, and I was like, I think I have to agree with that.
You know what?
And
that was
classic Friday night ACC game.
Oh, we call it.
That's
It's
the thing.
horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's when the line came out. It was stinky, and we talked about it because we'll get to the locks of the week, and as a group, we're collectively licking our wounds. But that was the discussion when Joe took Florida State and I still think that it was a jinx bet. Like it was a win-win for him. Let's just put it that way. But it really was. It was a classic Friday night sicko ACC game, even like from the beginning to the end. And I'd like to talk about the end too, because the field storm thing for me was.
Oh my goodness!
I thought it was over the line, but it was unbelievable. I mean, and that was, it was chaos.
Yeah,
I mean,
go ahead, Joe.
We'll get into this, I think, when we're prepping for our game for Florida State. But
I think this is all kind of part of it together.
Okay.
Too.
All right, Mr. Host.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, actually, we'll talk about this a little bit. We'll talk a little bit about college football, and then we'll get back. We'll get into the preview. But say what you need to say.
So what am I allowed to say then? Right now?
I don't know. Just say what you need to say.
Good God. They're defensively. I mean, first of all, FSU fans, they're the unbelievable at coping and they were saying that I saw a few dead serious tweets saying we just caught a generational Virginia offense. They didn't use the word generational because like that obviously that but they were basically saying like this Virginia offense is just special. What are we talking about here? Your defense just got absolutely shredded. That's it. It's not Virginia's got some good offensive players. They have a good offense this season. It's fine. It's not what they did to you good.
Yeah.
Miami should dominate in the trenches on both sides of the ball. FSU defensive line was just getting pushed aside by Virginia's offensive line. Virginia's.
Yeah, they were.
And FSU's defensive line is supposed to be really, really good. But they looked horrible.
I think there was one drive where they were, I think it was 11 runs in a row or something like that.
Yes.
And their QB, you knew they were going to run it because their QB was hurt. He like dislocated his thumb or something on the drive.
Yeah.
And they just ran it and ran it and ran it. And knowing that this game will probably be rainy on Saturday, a forecast is showing heavy rain in Tallahassee. It follows us everywhere. Running the ball is gonna be the key. It was going to be the key for us before, but I don't even know if I want to see Carson Beck throw a ball after watching how much Virginia just bullied them, absolutely bullied them in the trenches. And they were down offensive linemen.
Maybe this whole thing is like, we talked about it in the Florida game because of the timing of the rain, but this entire season, maybe this is part of this is our year, is that if it's going to be pouring rain up in Tallahassee, are you kidding me? That absolutely favors Miami. It absolutely does. It gives us the opportunity to dominate in the trenches.
Yeah.
Their quarterback, Tommy Castellanos, he handles the ball, doing all of Gus Malzahn's trickeration the entire night.
The
Give me a wet
gimmicky
football
offense
it is.
I have ever watched.
I know.
But
real quick, I wanted, because Joe touched on the FSU, the coping. Danny Cannell had a great, I'm sure we'll get to that later, but he had a great copium video. But we got to point out, right, this when it comes to talking Virginia, Tony Elliott is 15-24 in his career there. The guy, he should have been fired.
I can't believe he still
How does he still have a job? It's a miracle he still has his job. And now it's like, you can't sit here and act like, I feel like the Friday, and we kind of touched on how it was a classic sicko Friday night. I think people lean into that and they throw away Friday night games. Like if you're the losing team on the road in a conference game on a weeknight, sometimes the fans are just like, oh, it was Friday. You can't expect us to win that game.
Yeah.
Virginia,
Yeah.
Chandler
Friday
Morris
off a
has
bye
some
week.
skills, but come on. Yeah, coming off the whole thing is they were bad.
You know what?
Virginia was
bad.
moving the ball at will.
And then go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say it was just it's such a display of the culture at FSU too. The fact that Castellanos thought, like, even if he was thinking this, you don't say this out loud, but says that we were feeling ourselves a little bit, and we were probably we were feeling all high, and it caught up to us in this game, and we needed that. You guys were 2-10 last.
That's
season.
what I'm saying. Like,
You
how
won
are
This
you
man got
possibly-
benched. He got benched at Boston College.
Yeah.
Who does he think he is?
Yeah,
You
that's
beat
insane.
Alabama week 1. Great. You guys played a perfect game. You played the best possible game you could against Alabama. They got caught flat-footed. You still 2-10 needs to just be like plastered all over your room. Like, you need to never forget about 2-10. I don't care that Tommy wasn't there. The fact that he even says that is just, it's so indicative of that culture. I think it looks horrible for that program that you complete, and the fans did too. I mean, they're calling for like where they're going to be in the playoffs just because they beat Alabama week 1. It's like they were 2-10, and they just are already for like it would take me a couple seasons to get over that trauma of literally and legitimately could have only been one win. They pulled it out against Cal late in the game last year, so it's just crazy.
And
it's crazy that he even said that.
And the fact that they were calling it a trap game is insane. It's like,
Oh my
again, you guys went
Every
2-10
game was a trap
last year.
game for you guys last
You
year.
just played Eastern Texas A&M and Kent State. So how is your first ACC game on the road a trap game?
yeah, your
like-
ACC opener. Can't overlook
It
this
makes
one.
no sense. And
Yeah,
then
you're right.
The fans thought that they were just going to dog walk Virginia and that it was on to Miami. And FSU still got a long way to go. I really think we should dominate them. We are so much better than them. But let's talk. The end of the game. Let's hit on that real quick. First of all, brutal not catching that ball by Wilson. Was that who it was?
Yeah.
Who was it?
Or,
Yeah.
number 0.
Yeah, number 0.
He's pretty good.
I have never seen a ball bobbled that long.
Robinson.
The end zone, Robinson. The end zone was like 50 yards long. I felt like he was running, bobbling that ball for eternity. I was like,
He
when
bobbled
does
it
this
for
end?
10, like
It's like a
literally, that's like 12
cartoon.
yards.
And then he had it, and then decided again to like shuffle it, and then recontrol. Horrible drop.
Yeah.
I also think that they should have gone for 2. I think opposite of what Georgia Tech and Wake Forest did. Wake Forest is home. They're the home team.
Yeah.
They just blew a 17-point lead, and now they're like, we got to win it now. Let's go for 2. It's like, no. Let's just get to the next overtime here.
Hang on for dear life as long as
Exactly.
you can.
Don't
I
understand
agree.
it. And then, finally, to Curt's point, that field storming was the most insane thing ever. Where was there any barrier between
No.
the fans and the field? Was it a rope or anything?
I still haven't seen the ACC come out with anything. To me, that's something that's got to be like, you cannot let that happen ever again. That was like, I found myself, I couldn't enjoy the fact that Florida State lost. I was so mad
'Cause there
at the
might have been
field
someone
storming.
dead.
Even the guy that was flicking off Castellanos with his phone in his hand, the poor Florida State receiver that just got absolutely mauled.
Yeah, like literally, I thought
It
he
was ridiculous.
might have died.
That whole scene to me was over the line.
Yeah.
Like, you have to firmly like find them. That can never happen again.
Yeah,
Ever.
What
Fellas
is the
getting
fine
pushed
now?
around.
$500,000?
It was he got $50,000. They got
50.
fined,
It's only
yeah.
50? Oh, I thought it was 500.
Yeah, and come to
Yeah, it
find
needs to be more
out,
than 50.
Virginia had like an anonymous donor last year give them $10 million. Did you hear about this?
Just for field storming?
No, for the school. and that's
be
how
amazing.
He's like, do it again.
that's how he's kind
I'm
of like
giving you this
flipped-
money just to storm the fields.
Well, that's how they've kind of flipped this roster around a little bit. It was actually, I don't even know if he was anonymous. It was just someone who just gave $10 million to the program. And so that's how I found out. People are calling. They're like, we just got $10 million last year. I think we can pay the $50K. But
And listen, it's like I'm not anti all field storming, but it has to be like,
Gotta be a delay a little bit.
yeah. Or if you have the stadiums where you're having to like jump down off a wall
Right,
and then there's
slows
the
it up.
delay. But it's just, that was insane. It was like a basketball court.
It
Do
was.
we think
That's
field storming in general has gotten out of hand?
100%.
FSU field storming
Who did-
against
it should be
Alabama.
the most.
Yeah.
Yeah. It should be the most special thing, like the biggest upset you've ever seen, and it's supposed to be like fans can't even control it. Like they just, what have we just seen? We got to go out there and be with it. Like it should be once a year.
I stormed the field at Auburn 2 times, and it was the Miracle and Jordan Hare, and then it was the kick 6. And I give guys crap. We stormed the field after Auburn did after we beat A&M last year, and A&M was 8-4, and we finished 5-7, and it was like a late November game, and they stormed the field after we won. It's but it has the interaction with the players is what's really like fans. College stadiums are selling alcohol now. And it's like, oh yeah, he's been a dad for 4 days, and now it's like,
here we go.
But the spirit of it is like these
Crazy kids.
How was there not a brawl? Like I honestly commend the Florida State players that none of them took their helmet off and started swinging at people.
Yeah. No, it's such a liability. And the fact that it wasn't even like it was like they were ready to go for a while because they should have won or like almost won regulation. So it's like the fact that there was no security to really stop it. Like those people were ready to go for a solid half hour.
Dude, they didn't even wait for the whistle.
Yeah.
It was like
they're
he might have intercepted that.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been a disaster.
Yeah. Everyone
you
had to get
can't
out
storm the field. You can't storm the field at Hard Rock because you got to go through suite level, multiple security checkpoints, the Taylor Swift tunnel, lot to get out there.
It'd take you just as long as Jimmy Johnson going through the tunnels.
Yeah.
You get lost on your way just trying to storm the field. Clemson, they do the infamous meet at the paw, gather at whatever they call it. That's the worst, but they don't do it anymore. They got rid of it.
Really?
First season without it for security reasons. Yeah.
Maybe that's what they're missing this year.
Yeah. People just walking out and meeting at the paw after a loss. It's like, all right. We just lost to Syracuse. What should we talk about here?
Oh my goodness. Syracuse. The whole ACC right now is insane. It is like you see Syracuse beat Clemson, you're thinking real high on Fran Brown, Syracuse, and then they get absolutely dog walked this week. And then obviously Virginia, Florida State.
Granted, Syracuse's quarterback's gone for the year.
Yep. They did lose.
That's true. I did forget that they lost him last game, right?
And remember,
so
we saw him get hurt, and then he goes into the 10 for 15 seconds, and they're like, he's good to go, limping horribly. I'm like, they didn't check anything. They just took him in and asked him if you're okay, and then was it torn Achilles?
Yeah, he tore his Achilles.
It was probably on its way to being torn the first play.
And then you had Georgia Tech that should have lost to almost lost to Wake Forest. Not should. I mean, they came back, but had a close one against Wake Forest.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like, I mean, there's like we've said a million times that this, if there's a year, this is the year. Where there's no like incredible competition, I think, in the ACC.
Yeah. It's I mean, I can't, it's setting up, everything is, it's just there. Like this is the time where, and it's not like we get to the end and it's like a Mickey Mouse run. We're going to have to go through this first half of our schedule is legit, but it's time for us to rise up and just say like, we're going to take care of business how we need to. And I think we've discussed it, but it's not to discredit. It's going to be hard. Things still have to go your way. The ball's going to, we talked last week about the Boston College game in 2001. And that was ugly. Right. And sometimes you just have to figure it out when it comes to that. Yeah. But it really is, there's no reason for us to not have our sights set on Charlotte and have our sights set on the college football playoff it really is. It's all there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we right now, I'm sorry about Dobby. It's an absolute disaster in here right now. There's more commotion than I know what to deal with, and somebody's about to get in trouble. No, I'm just kidding. I just started yelling. And Miami right now has the number 4 strength of record, and number 30 strength of schedule in the country. So, like Curt was alluding to, it's not like we're just playing nobody. We've beaten. We'll now have 3. If we beat FSU, that'll be 3 ranked wins.
Top 20
3 ranked wins. Yeah.
So it's like 3 ranked wins in your first 5 games. Can't ask for much more than that. And then, yeah, the ACC just looks different this year, but I think also it looks different because we're now the ones on top, and we got to own that. And it's time. It's like, this is it. There's a reason that Clemson has taken a step back. Florida State's nowhere near back. Georgia Tech is now the second best team in the ACC. Like, what are we talking about here? This is our year. We got to do it.
And I fully expect the narrative, because if you think like in Clemson's dominance of the ACC, it's not like anyone's arguing that it's been the toughest conference in the world.
Right.
But if you think about like Miami has been down for 20 years, Florida State came and went. Virginia Tech has fallen off the face of the earth. Virginia, North Carolina, Georgia Tech. It's been a revolving door of who's going to get pounded in Charlotte every year.
Yeah.
And so it's not, forget about it. We just need to do it. I don't care what the narrative is, how it looks. We were number 2. We had a bye week and we're now number 3. Like, listen, whatever. Just if we go out and win games and the U takes care of business, then this is going to be the best season and the most fun we've had, since 2003.
Yeah. Speaking of the team that got moved to number 2, Oregon, did you watch Lanning's presser after the game, or like the immediate interview after it?
Yeah.
I mean, he's a weird dude.
Is it? Yeah, he's psycho.
Maybe
He
drug
may have,
test the guy.
Yeah, got something from
That was a little.
what we were accusing Michael Irvin of.
I mean, is it time to the whiteout game? It's a great story, but
He took the whiteout game to heart.
Yeah.
That's true. It's like
The whiteout game is, first of all, they just play Mo Bamba anytime they can. I'm like,
it's like, how long's Mo Bamba gonna be relevant for?
yeah. Oh man,
I don't know.
It's a cool scene, but 100%. I think they've lost 4 of them in a row.
That's what I'm saying.
I think the only one they've won
like our
actually
Miami
in
Knights
Franklin's
games.
era, they've beat Ohio State once in a whiteout game
yeah.
where they
I
blocked
mean,
the field goal.
Is Penn State the most underperforming top 10 team?
100%.
Like
Every
they're
year.
always given the benefit of the doubt until
They
play
lose their
someone
biggest
difficult.
game of the year every
Yeah.
year, and it keeps them in the top 10 until they do nothing at the end of the year.
And
It's just a
always
cycle.
an offense that is just brutal to watch with a quarterback that's just he has all this hype and is just never quite good enough. It's the same. They're the same team every year.
Yeah, people try to say that he's like going to be QB1 in this class, but there's really no true QB1 in my opinion.
Mendoza.
Yeah, Mendoza. I mean, Beck is still top 4 or 5 in Heisman odds. Beck's looked great. I'm not knocking Beck, but like Ward would be running away with it this year. It is a kind of a shame what he dealt with last year dealing with Travis Hunter and Genty, but Cam Ward would be far and away the Heisman favorite this year. But there's like no one that's a true front runner, and Drew Aller is someone they've been talking about, but he looked it all was extremely mediocre to watch.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, cool. Any other college football stuff before we get into FSU?
I was looking at this and I can't believe I didn't realize Virginia's ranked number 24 now.
Yeah, they ranked them.
They
Oh,
lost to
did they?
NC State. They've beaten nobody. They beat Florida State.
That quarterback wanted to throw interceptions. He wanted to turn the ball over so bad any chance he got. That's not a great Virginia team. That defense was horrific. Yeah, the offense, they had some prolific players, and the quarterback made some good plays, but like he legitimately should have had 2 more interceptions than he had, but FSU guys couldn't grab the ball. Oh,
That's surprising to see that. I'm really surprised that they made
ranked
it into
Virginia.
the top 25. Yeah. All right.
USF almost ranked. They had the most votes outside the top 25.
Now, if we beat FSU this week, I'm not going to jinx us, but like, do you think they keep FSU in the top 25?
No.
They're at 18 right now.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe if we beat them on a if it's like a wide right 4,
Right.
maybe.
That's what gets Miami every time is we'll beat a team and they'll just drop out of the top 25.
Yeah.
And then what did Penn State drop to? 7?
Yeah, 7 or 8.
It's like it's a home game. It's got to mean something.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right. So October 4th, the Canes are coming into Tallahassee. It's gonna be wet, which I like we've already kind of talked about. Is I'm happy about that. Not only for like we are good at running the ball, but also from the fact that it kind of dulls the crowd a little bit. I think the crowd is already a little sad about the Virginia game, but they still have this like blind hope in this team, and I think rain possibly helps.
I mean, no, I think they're gonna be up. Like ESPN right now has FS, like they're projecting their college football playoff. They have FSU in the college football playoff right now. They're thinking, I think they're thinking Miami beats them, and then FSU runs the table. Makes it into the ACC championship game with, I mean, they're going to need a lot of help from Georgia Tech and, I'm blanking. Virginia.
And Louisville. Louisville's
it's
And
undefeated.
Louisville's the other,
Yeah.
right? Isn't Louisville undefeated now in the
They're
ACC?
undefeated.
Yeah.
Now,
And none of,
Wolfsville
like,
lost.
no one's playing each other.
Yeah.
Right.
They-
You
which
legitimately
conference?
can't lose 2 games in the conference.
Yeah.
Yeah, because no one's playing each other, so it's just weird this year. So
This conference is so stupid.
FSU, they truly think that they, like, I think they're going to be up for it. They think they can beat Miami. It's a rivalry. Obviously, anything can happen. But I do think we need to expect a crazy atmosphere at Doak Campbell.
Yeah. Yeah.
7:30 kickoff. Good. I mean, they're going to be liquored up.
Mario's going to have these guys ready for it. He's not
Of course.
like Norvell up there in the north, not having his players ready for Virginia.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I think,
still
again,
can't
like,
believe
this is where we lean on a guy like Carson Beck, who has played in so many of these games. It's no disrespect. I like Doak Campbell is raucous. And so this is not like any disrespect. But he's played in environments. I mean, he's played at Alabama. He's played at LSU. He's played in SEC championship games. He's played in national championship games. He's played at Clemson. He's battle tested. He's had enough reps and enough experience that, we have the guy under center is going to have his wits about him too. He's very similar to Cam Ward in that sense. They might be a little bit different style, but they've both got all the experience in the world to where, because, I mean, listen, we're going into October and we haven't played a road game yet, and so there could be some concern, but I don't think that we're really feeling that way because of Carson Beck's experience.
Yeah, I agree. It's definitely not the first road game you want on the season, but it is what it is. Having Carson Beck under center does make me feel way more comfortable about it, that he's not going to be rattled. I'm sure it'll be interesting to see a guy like Malachi Toney, how comfortable he's looked at Hard Rock, how comfortable he's looked with his offense. Will he look that comfortable at Doak Campbell? Say if he does have an early drop and he just starts hearing it. I think he will. I mean, he has that poise, but it'll be interesting. Will you put these freshmen some of them played in front of huge crowds in high school. Some of them didn't, though. And so now you put them in their first. It was nice to have the opener against Notre Dame to have their first game be in a crazy environment, but they're all on your side. It's a whole different beast when you're going into the enemy territory. But I do think, Mario Cristobal is just, the guy has just got this team so locked in, and everybody on the team now has his mindset, which is something that he has been working for the last 4 years, is just have everybody have the same mindset on the team, and we finally got that. I think for me, where I would normally feel a little worried about this game is on the defensive side of the ball, because it's a Gus Malzahn offense. Eye discipline is key, and we've had defenses in the past that, good God, is that a problem? I mean, just any sort of trickery, and we are done. I don't see that with this defense. We've seen teams try it. We've seen a lot of motion. USF ran up tempo. We've seen a lot of different looks early on in the season, and this defense has responded. So I think we'll be able to get a good read on this offense. I just worries me to say that I'm not worried. I don't like saying that FSU week. It scares me to say that. But I feel really good about this.
They really opened up their playbook against Virginia.
Yep.
Like, they ran so many trick plays in that game that I think it's good tape for our team to watch. I mean, they had Pittman throwing a touchdown pass against Virginia. It's just they were breaking out all the stops. They always like to do that sweep with, what's his name? Their fast guy.
Squirrel?
Dalvin Cook.
Not Squirrel. I'll find the name, but they got one guy they love to do a sweep with. They're good for it like at least once or twice a game. So if we can just limit those go-to plays that they have, and they got some playmakers in offense. They got speed, but it's one of those things that I think you get this more gimmicky offense, but then when you're just playing hard-nosed football, I like the chances of hard-nosed football beating that out.
Yeah.
Especially when you got tape on it. And I mean, you've always had tape on it knowing Malzahn's offense, but still, I think there was, in a way, it caught Alabama off guard to begin the year, and obviously that's not going to happen to this team.
Yeah. Oh, you're talking about Danzy? Is that
number
19?
Yeah, he's like their track star.
He's a freshman. Yeah. I mean, I agree. So there's, along with like the Florida State, the narrative, and believe me, I understand it. And I actually kind of believe it, that getting FSU off a loss, is that better or worse for us? And I think it just depends on your perspective, because they exposed a lot of their flaws. And again, it's not, you don't chalk it up to like, oh, crazy Friday night, doesn't matter. They have a lot of flaws, and this team is not, I think ultimately they're just not a top 10 team like people maybe thought. Maybe not even a top 15 team like people thought. Doesn't mean that they're not good, they're not improved, but I think they exposed a lot of flaws. And I think on the flip side, I just think you can look at it and say, look, Carson Beck in a rivalry game had his bad game too, that he's been sitting on. He hasn't had a chance to make the Florida game right. He was bad. It was his worst game as a Cane. He came here to prove that he was, one, in a better situation than he was at Georgia, and he came down here to do what Cam Ward did, and that's get ready for the NFL. And I think Carson Beck has the same mentality that people are arguing that Florida State's going to have coming into this game, and it's going to be, I was not very good, and that was his get right game, and it was a big moment just because it was at home, just because people wrote off Florida. Remember, we talked about this. They have a great defense. Let's not let the narrative go too far. So I feel good about that too, knowing that this is a Carson Beck get right game just as much as it is a Florida State.
Right. Yep. Yeah, truly our bye week could not have come at a better time, with just right before FSU, after a big emotional win against Florida, got some guys banged up, and then you've got the JoJo Trader and Jordan Lyle combo that we haven't seen yet. It worries me, but it also excites me at the same time, because it's like those are two lethal parts of our offense that we can still implement, that we haven't even seen the speed part of this offense that can just take it to another level. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe that's just not in the cards in the foreseeable future, but it's a possibility to work these guys back in and just like get some get some packages that they're in there and just show a different look. So it's like our offense is already running so efficient, and we haven't even reached its max potential. Carson Beck has had some really good games. He had a bad game, but we haven't seen Carson Beck just absolutely lighting it up like we know he can do too. So it's like all that really excites me. And then the defense they've just played such sound football. So it's like I just think we just control this game. It's the same game plan we have every week. It's like control the trenches. Just we're so much better than them in the trenches. It's not even funny. We should just be able to bully that defensive line, and then yeah, gosh, I don't know, guys.
Joe, you're making me nervous because these previous weeks you've been hedging yourself.
I know.
And like 24-20.
But truly, it was after the Florida game when Carson Beck did not have his A game, and the way that we still just dominated Florida, them. And then coming into the bye week, seeing these other teams just kind of like, the college football landscape, how it's looked, and I'm looking at this Miami team, I'm like, I think we have something special here. And a special team goes into a place like Doak, and it's like, yeah, it's going to be rowdy that first quarter. They're going to throw everything they got at us. We might see some trick plays. It's going to be emotional.
Will see trick plays.
But at the end of the day, the better team just ends up kind of controlling the game and should win by 2 scores. Like, that's just how good teams win. I think that's what we do. Huh?
Wow.
I think that's what we do.
All right, well, that'll get us into...
Give me something to hit.
So we'll do our Eye of the Hurricane. What's going to be our X factor in this game? Whether it's a personnel, how do the Hurricanes win this game? Joe, you've already kind of alluded to it, but I'll give you time to think of another. We'll start with Curt.
Yeah, I just think it's defense. It's Corey Heatherman continuing to get this team to fly to the ball as a unit, to be disciplined, to tackle in space. I think it's the linebacking core is going to be so important. The linebackers and the safeties are so important against Gus Malzahn because those guys are going to have to make tackles. They're going to have to be disciplined. They're going to have to know their keys and trust their preparation. And, to me, it's just when you're as good as we are at the line of scrimmage, this should be the talk surrounding Miami. Is like when you're as good as we are, when the way that Mario has built this team, at the end of the day, it's just like we're going to be able to run the ball in some capacity. If we don't turn the ball over, ultimately we got to get some stops. I mean, it's hard to overstate how bad last year's defense was. It was so bad. Yeah. But when we roll into these games now, it's just, you understand it's a given. We're gonna have push up front. And so to me, give me the raucous atmosphere, give me the weather, give me everything, give me the hype, all the bright lights. We got to make some plays. I just want to see this defense fly around.
I actually just checked the weather too. It's actually not looking too bad right now.
Honestly, when you sent that, Jimmy,
clear skies.
Everyone's freaking out today.
When you sent that earlier today, Jimmy, I was like, it's a week out, and they're just expecting torrential downpour. Like, is there a hurricane coming?
I don't know. It was like an outlier. I was like, yeah, is there something we don't know? It said heavy rain. Now it's showing like 15% at 7
It's just
p.m.
a beautiful fall day.
So just don't even worry about anything I've said. But actually, I'm sad about that. I do want it to rain. But Joe, you go ahead.
He read the headline of an article. It said hurricanes expected in Tallahassee on Saturday. Yeah. They were talking about the team.
Yeah. My eye of the hurricane, you could say, is I'm going to go Carson Beck because, like Curt was talking about, this is his get right game. We've talked ad nauseum about his game against Florida and just how he didn't have his A stuff, but I think this is another opportunity. He beat Florida, which any Hurricane quarterback, it's something to hang your helmet on, that you beat one of your rivals. This is an opportunity for him to do the sweep, just like Cam Ward did, and it forever cements yourself in Hurricane lore to just get it done in Tallahassee, no less. Carson Beck, he is a relentless worker, as Mario Cristobal saying. He's a winner. Great family. No, but I just think he comes out and he plays Carson Beck football and leads us to the win. But he is my eye of the hurricane. Whoa, Miami blow!
That's what we should do after first downs.
Why does it? I don't. Isn't that what he says after they do the other chant for the student section? Blow!
I think he just goes
Miami.
I think it's whoa Miami.
Oh, I thought he was saying blow.
I could be completely wrong.
I think he says. I thought it was blow hurricane.
Blow hurricane.
I hope that's not
yeah,
what
that's
it
it.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I guess
That's what we've been screaming all these years.
blow hurricanes blow.
I hate that.
Yeah.
The 12-piece band that we have in center field.
Center field.
Yeah, center field. Center of the field.
Are we Joe Robbie when the Hurricane or the Marlins are still playing
We
there?
got Carson Beck on the mound.
We
Now
used
at
to
the
have an
plate.
infield out there. Those were
Number
dark
11.
days in Joe Robbie.
Carson Beck, number 11.
I was going to go with linebacker core, Curt, but you kind of took exactly what I was just going to say, how important they are. I was thinking even in the sense of spying Castellanos. Because let me look this stat up super quick, but what are his passing stats on the year? It's like...
It's not great. He just loves to run the ball. He's a little running back there.
So he's got 848
keep in mind,
yards passing.
Yeah,
He's
just
thrown
remember
70
who
passes
they
this
played
season.
because they scored 70 points on Kent State, and it was like, I don't know if you saw the highlights. I mean, my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a high school team. Dude, they're running up the score on them. I'm like, what are we doing?
They're all just celebrating and dancing on the field. Like,
Well, like you said, Curt, it's like, I don't know if I'm happy that they lost, but like, it's just such a culture problem there. Like they legitimately believed this Kent State game that like this meant something about their program.
listen,
but yeah,
good for him. He got away with the Nick Saban comment.
He very much got away with it.
I
I think they took that as a joke. They're like, this guy
Yeah.
can't be serious.
Wait,
They
what
were
was
too
I
the
know
comment?
there's a line. There's people say that there's a line between the cocky and the confidence, and I think the perfect example is Cam Ward last year was confident. To me, all offseason, and I just kind of thought, I guess if they beat Alabama, like I don't know, I guess these guys are pretty good, but you sit down and think about it leading up to this week, it's like, this guy is he's a midget who got benched. He went to UCF. He went to Boston College. He
sure you
got
can
benched at
say
Boston
that
College
word
and quit the
anymore.
team. They're going to, Jimmy will bleep it out.
of the mic.
Yeah.
We got hit with the
They're like,
explicit.
wow, what did Curt call it?
Yeah, what did he call him?
Jesus. They call from my
Yeah,
grandpa.
Don't beep it. Don't beep it. Filling in the
Yeah,
blank
good.
is way worse. All right, keep going.
Oh man, I think this guy, it went from Alabama to East Texas A&M to Kent. It literally went from like this big win, like sure, enjoy it, to like the two of the worst teams you could have possibly scheduled, and it just became like this. Florida State is back.
Yeah.
The Seminoles are rolling, and they've got the Alabama killer and Gus Malzahn and this guy. It's just like, I completely agree with Jimmy. It's like, what are you guys do? Can we take a minute to say what are you doing? I mean, really, like you guys are here, and it's like, oh, we lost to Virginia, but hey, we've got Tommy Castellanos. Like, who is this guy?
Yeah.
He's 45 for 70 on the year. So we are now, how many games have they played? 4? So he's only had 70 passing attempts. And he's thrown 4 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. It's just very interesting. He runs the ball a lot. And so, having linebackers that are going to spy him is crucial. Virginia had a very bold strategy of not spying him for a lot of the game. And I think that's why. I mean, their offense scored. They still scored 38 points. Or I guess, 31 regulation. But, No, sorry, 38. But yeah, so that was gonna be mine. I'll give it to Mark Fletcher. After watching what their running back did to Florida State and just bullied them, I'm like, well, we have kind of a running back that's the same speed as this Virginia running back and double the size. Combined with their offensive line, I just think Mark Fletcher can just impose his will and keep the momentum going from that Florida game. I'm excited about what our run game is going to look like. And then hopefully it opens up the passing game for us. But FSU knew Virginia was going to run the ball, and they could not stop it. They could not stop it. Darrell Jackson on the other side could not stop it.
He's still there.
He's
When I
like
heard that name, I was
35
like,
years
wait,
old.
What?
He's got the smallest shoulder pads out of any defensive lineman I've ever seen.
Yeah. The guy he announced he was leaving Miami, and he was committed to Florida State by breakfast. The next day, it was like, okay.
Yeah.
I think we should keep this in mind. Okay. Well, number one, real quick, I like this Deuce Robinson guy. He's got crazy size.
Yeah, he is good.
Yeah, he's very good.
But, and this is, I got to admit, okay, I did not notice this in my prep for this game initially, but we're sitting here talking about the Gus Malzahn experience has arrived at Florida State, and they've got this rushing attack. Have you guys looked their high rusher in their first 4 games? They haven't had a 100-yard rusher yet.
No.
They
How
have
are they
not
scoring
had
points.
They
That's
have not had.
That's what I was curious about too.
It's been chunk plays. They had a couple chunk plays. They had the jet sweep touchdown to Danzy against Alabama. That was like 30 yards. And again, the Kent State game, every time I saw in East Texas A&M and Kent State, every time I saw a highlight, it was like a punt to the receiver, and the whole team is just dancing down the sideline. But they
Meanwhile, we're taking a knee in the third quarter against Bethune-Cookman.
Yeah.
Gosh. We're just not the same, you know?
That's pretty
insane.
jarring. I'm looking at this in real time. Like, I almost can't believe that's
crazy.
real. That's really surprising to me.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, they spread the love with their running, it looks like.
yeah,
because
no,
of
listen, they do.
Classic
so
running
They
back by
do,
committee.
Yeah.
I mean, their quarterback's a running back.
I mean, yeah. Listen, I think that's pretty surprising to me. And I also think too is it's not going to become boring for us. We have to collectively bring up the fact that we have Ruben Bain and Akeem Mesidor.
Yep.
Bookend. We have the best defensive ends in the country, and that's forgot. When you're facing an offense that has a lot of left to right movement to it, at the end of the day, the defensive ends getting the initial push and we used to call it like setting the edge. Right. You know, you're boxing up the tackles, and that ultimately is where it starts.
Right.
And if those guys, if they're going to get pressure, they're going to be blowing them backwards. To me, that's where you funnel everything inside. And, you know, listen, let's get some hits on this little guy inside the tackle box. I want to see Wesley Bassint and Chase Smith,
little guy, that's a better
and Muhammad Toure.
That's the better word.
Muhammad Toure. We've got some big linebackers.
Yeah.
Popo Aguirre. I mean,
hitters.
You say Chase Smith?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see that.
He doesn't get sacked very easily. He's only been sacked, I think, 2 times this year. But they played they played 2 high school teams.
East Texas A&M Kent State back-to-back is wild.
Yes. The hype train went off the rails
when that happens.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Looking back, I think it's going to be one of those things where you're just like, how did this?
Yeah.
They were paraded around like it's a top 5. Like,
well, you know,
I don't
when
know,
they
man.
threw
Maybe
him
we'll
at
look
number
dumb.
8, when they threw him at number 8, they wanted the top 10 matchup against Miami. We got to admit, FSU is a lot like Miami, where people want them highly ranked in college football. It's good for football. So
It is.
We've seen this with Miami teams in the past. Like, we start the season 5-0 playing nobody. Our team doesn't look great, and we're highly ranked because it's like people want Miami back.
I think part of it's them just trying to justify what the heck happened week 1 against Alabama.
Yeah,
that's true too. You have to justify Alabama. Yeah, that's a good point.
Because Alabama just goes into Georgia and snaps their 33-game home win streak. Game win
needed
streak.
it.
I don't think Georgia's that good.
I don't think they're that good either. But
Georgia's defense is that good.
There's still a decent team, so it's
I
very.
get what you're saying.
They're definitely much improved. I mean, FSU obviously is much improved from last year too.
Yeah.
And listen, we'll be talking with Plant the Spear podcast, College Huddle affiliate. I'll be talking with them we'll be dropping that on Thursday, interview with them. So we'll get a lot more, we'll get some info on how they're feeling on that side. I was texting him earlier today trying to set up the interview, and he said that they are, he's devastated. So it's been a tough weekend.
He's
for
on
them.
a bender.
Yeah.
No, cut that. I don't know. He's probably a nice guy.
Keep it in.
He might have a
we
wife and
keep
kids
everything
too.
in.
Yeah. Don't bleep it out.
Yeah.
I was curious how he was doing. I saw a couple of his tweets.
Yeah. Nice guy.
Yeah, he was upset about not having game day. Some fans out there were like, "Oh, this is like we hate ESPN anyways." Like they were going to take us away. It's like no. It was going to you guys, but you lost to Virginia.
Yeah, 100%.
There's no ill will here. You blew it.
Yeah.
Now everyone gets to see a Vandy Bama game. Then no one wants to be.
It'll be a fun game.
It's crazy though. There hasn't been an FSU Miami game day in over 10 years. It was 2013.
2013, I was there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so this would have been like, it feels like it was just yesterday. That was 12 years ago, boys.
Yeah.
And so
how about the fact,
really
just
cool.
real quick, we haven't Texas, Florida is a nothing. It's a nothing game now.
I know.
Yeah.
That's
people are
is
like,
that
this,
an SEC
this
network?
weekend slate is terrible, and Florida, Texas is right there. It's
Well,
Florida's got a chance. Archie
that'll
Manning
get us
starts
to,
throwing some picks.
That'll get us to lock of the week then.
Here we go.
Lock of the week.
ACC
And I'll
Huddle
open
is
us up.
coming to Doak.
They are.
That's
Some could
basically
say-
game day.
Yeah, some could say the better game day. The whole Big Noon kick is just an absolute travesty. It's bad, especially when game day comes to a Big Ten game. Then they get like the B game of Big Ten games, and it's just not good. It's just not like no one. I don't need to watch game day of Illinois and whoever they played this week. All right, lock of the week. I'm starting us off because
Illinois had a big upset of USC, Jimmy. So
classic Big Ten matchup.
Yeah. Yeah. I love
Lincoln
all these
Riley
coaches.
is it's just he started when Mario started.
Yeah.
And
that's a good
look
point.
at the states of those programs. And you know what's hilarious when talking about Florida is like they're like people are like, oh, thinking Lincoln Riley. It's like why would you want that? Like look, he was handed like a Lamborghini, a possible Lamborghini in USC, like a blank check. And for him to just build that program up, and he's done nothing. And then the other one that cracks me up is when they call for Lane Kiffin, when Billy beat Lane Kiffin last year. So it's like, why do you want Lane Kiffin? I don't know.
They're in a tough spot.
Cracks me up. Cracks me up. All right, lock of the week. I'm going to start us off because we were just talking about it. But I'm looking at
first
Florida,
recap
Texas
last
game.
week.
Oh yeah. Tough week for all three of us. Quick summary: we all lost. Joe obviously took FSU.
It's Joe's first loss, though. Guy's been good.
Joe's first loss. Joe's now 4-1 on the season.
Still
Curt and
in
I
the positive.
dropped
Still winning
to
money.
below 500. I took Texas A&M 6.5 versus Auburn. I lost that.
Did you watch that? Yeah.
Yeah, you- by the
16-10, Jimmy. It was ugly.
Oh,
It was ugly.
that's what I was thinking. I was like, wait, I thought
How
I
about-
won that.
How about this? Since you didn't see it and you didn't know, I'll just tell you. Auburn had 7 points in the fourth quarter and 1 yard of offense. 1 yard.
Kurt, your pick was
That's an
looking
ugly
good the
game.
first half.
Yeah, Washington. 5 red zone trips, and
Yeah.
they got 6 points, I think.
Yeah.
I'm not that impressed with Ohio State. We're the best team in the country still. I just want to
Yeah.
say that.
I feel the same way.
But it was a loss.
Funny enough, I was watching that Texas A&M game, and Damon hit me that I lost it by half a point. God, I never should bet on Texas A&M games. I say it every year,
Dude,
and then
yeah,
I go and I
you
do
bet
it.
on so many Texas A&M.
I don't know why. They always attract me because
hate
they're
them
always
so
these.
much.
They're always these. No, I bet for them. I said Texas A&M would cover.
I know, but still, it's just they attract your eyes because
They
of
do.
the hate.
They do. They attract the AP voters too.
Yeah.
All right, Florida, Texas.
Hey, I like it.
They're coming into my neck of the woods. You're exactly right. Everyone was so excited about this game to start the year. Like, we had multiple people ask to stay with us for this game, and now it's like, you guys still coming? Like,
I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Like, it's
You still
dead quiet.
Oh.
That's good.
And so I'm sure it'll be packed. And here's the thing. Florida still has like their season ahead of them. They like
It's all right in front of us.
it's all right in front of them. They look horrible. And
They
there's
technically
no,
control their own destiny.
They do.
Right?
There's a very the tunnel's very narrow and it is very far out, but it is there. And so Florida, Texas favored by 7.5. I have been so disappointed in Arch Manning and what that Texas team has looked like to start this year. I'm taking Florida here solely because I think the score is going to be like 13-10. Neither of these teams can score the football. Florida's got a good defense. It's still going to be a good crowd because like people are excited. Like the student tickets are going for like $150 a piece, which I think is ridiculous. But I'm taking Florida here. 7.5, just because I don't think they can score that many points to even create that spread.
Yeah.
Jimmy, you've gone loss, win, loss, win, loss. So you're just gonna win this week. So
Yeah,
that's a lock.
exactly. It's Christmas over in this chart right now for me. Green, red,
Just
green,
take
red.
Florida money line. That'd be great for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, I see Kurt's. I like Kurt's pick. Kurt, go ahead.
I saw this one. I liked it. I liked it pretty much right away. I think Clemson's in a good spot here. Ultimately, I think North Carolina is a complete joke. I just watched UCF hang 34 on them, beat them 34-9. It's a
And then
complete
UCF
joke.
gets killed by Kansas State.
Yeah, this game could be played on the moon. I just don't care. I think the wheels are going to continue to fall off for North Carolina. Gio Lopez is banged up. I don't know if he's going to play. I don't really care. I kind of hope he does play. I think as happy, like as much as I can rain on Clemson's parade and Dabo and what they got going on, this is still a team that's going to play with some pride. They are not. I don't think. I can't see Clemson, their circumstances getting bad enough to this team just completely giving up. I don't think Dabo he'll kick and scream his way to, some more wins here. And ultimately, I think it's just about how they stack up against the big dogs now. But I still think Cade Klubnik is good enough. I mean, 13.5 points. I think I like this one a lot. I'm going to throw in a bonus bet too, because I just can't get it out of my head. I can't see Miami, Florida State, the total for that game, and I can get to it more with our score prediction. 55.5 was what I bet it at yesterday, or this morning, maybe. I think it's down to 54.5 already. 55.5? In what world is that? Have you been watching Miami's offense? Mario wants to bludgeon you to death on every possession. He wants it to be drawn out, just a fight in the trenches. Again, I don't, between the way Miami plays and this Florida State offense, this is not a revolutionary offense that we're going up against. So I also like the under in the Canes game too.
I don't care if it's played on the moon. Is the quote.
I love that.
All right,
Give me
Joseph.
the Tigers.
I kind of struggled a little bit with this week's slate with some of the spreads. I ended up for my lock of the week. Again, I am 4-1, so trust me here. I've got Virginia Tech. People thought they were dead. People thought program over.
That was the other head. I was trying to think of the other ACC game that shook things up a little bit.
Virginia Tech minus 3.5 versus Wake Forest. Wake Forest they're coming into Tech. Enter Sandman. Listen, Wake Forest blew it last week against Georgia Tech. We're talking about a Wake Forest team that beat Kennesaw State 10-9 to start the season. We're talking about a Wake Forest team that 2 weeks ago lost to NC State by 2 scores. The same NC State team who just lost to Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech's got that weird thing going on where you fire a coach, you suddenly get this new kind of life in your team. Be like, all right, there's a future here. We don't know what it looks like, but at least we're not doing the same old stuff. This is their first game. I think their first game at home since Brent Pry got fired. That might be wrong. I could be making that up. I think there's gonna be a little juice in the stadium. Virginia Tech football might be back.
That was the first game.
Give me Virginia Tech by at least a touchdown, Jimmy. Virginia Tech minus 3.5 versus Wake Forest.
Right. You want me? We can widen that spread. You want to do that? Yeah, 6.5.
3.5.
All right, I like it. Yeah, so Curt and I desperately need to get back to 500.
Mm-hmm.
Joe's going to try to extend his lead here. Need this.
It's a big
win.
week for me because
you could call it a must-win for Curt and I this week.
It's a big week for me too because like if I win, then it's like all right, this is a special season. If I lose, it's like is it just a fluke to start the year?
Was
So
I just playing high school teams to start the year?
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. Well, good. All right. Your Miami Hurricanes are coming in to Doak Campbell in a prime time matchup. This has not happened, boys, since, dare I say it, 4th and 14. Warning. 4th and 14.
Dude, Michael
Warning.
Irvin, get out. Don't stop cranking it, man.
He'd still be going. I'm excited. You growing up, FSU was just the bane of my, obviously any Miami fan, but growing up, I never won a game in high school or middle school, a Miami versus FSU game. All my FSU friends, like, always bragged about was the Jameis Winston, the Dalvin Cook years, and it just ate me alive. And we finally have turned the corner in this, and it's kind of been more of a back-and-forth rivalry. But Miami historically is good at Doak Campbell, and Florida State's historically good in Miami. I'm feeling great about this. Curt, what did you say the over-under is 55?
Yep.
I'm going to say, I'm going 30-17
Big
Canes.
number. Okay.
You're like Curt said, Miami's we slow roll it. We're gonna take our shots, but at the end of the day, what we're gonna do is we're gonna punch you in the mouth. 30-17 Canes. Your Miami Hurricanes are the state champions, as complete state champion as you could ever be. Like, the only team we're still missing is like UCF. But if we just pound. That GIF has just been going crazy this week. People during the Virginia game, they're just playing that. Your Miami Hurricanes state champions 2 years in a row. We beat the brakes. I think that even that, what I say, 17-13 that they get. I don't remember the score. 30-13.
You said 30-17.
30-17. I think at 17 they get 7 of that is just a garbage sweep touchdown at the end with their backups. Your Canes move to 5-0. Stay at number 3 in the country. Probably they're not going to move us up. They won't do that, but that's all right. How about you, Curt?
Take it. Yeah, I'm with you guys. I look at this game. I don't think we're going to shy away from the hype. I don't think we're going to shy away from the buildup. I think this is it drove us crazy, the Manny Diaz years, and when coming off of a bye week, how many years in a row did we go? How many bye weeks in a row did we come off of with a loss. It was like unconscionable how we could continue to have extra prep for an opponent and seemingly come out flat. I just think that we've turned the corner from all that. And I just, the Florida State narrative, I think has just gone way too far. I think this Miami team is just, we're head and shoulders above most of the country. And when it comes to play in the trenches, I think the defense is so improved. It's so fast. We tackle in space. We're flying around. I'm feeling good about this game too. And, I think the Canes are going to go up there and get this done. I'm looking like 24-13. I just think that again, this is going to go under the total. I think it's going to be a ground and pound, and maybe a couple big plays here and there, but business. It's going to be a business trip for the Canes, and I think we're going to get it done.
Play it all week, wherever you're at. You work the office job, blare it. You work in a hospital, blare it. No matter what you are doing, blare it. Curt, you just had a newborn, blare it in that baby's room. Come on. We got to prep just like the players. Blare it no matter where
they're
you're at.
Play it
Funeral,
if they 1 yard.
Blare it.
Yep.
Oh, they play. It's just relentless. Yeah, I'm with you guys. I think I haven't hid the fact that I think we're just the much better team. As Mario Cristobal says, I think it's very clear the trajectory of our program versus other programs.
Right.
And that's what we're seeing here. FSU, fun fact, FSU is on rebuilding year 6. They're rebuilding, so keep that in mind. I just think you guys have said everything, right? This is our season. This is our year. We're the number 1 team in the country. I don't care what the AP poll says. The AP poll is ridiculous. We were number 2 last week. Our strength of record improved this week, and they dropped us to 3. Makes no sense. Whatever. I think we go in there. Having said that, it's a rivalry, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you. Weird things happen. We saw Emory Williams go into Doak and almost pull out the win, only to just the most horrific.
That's true.
Injury.
Was that prime time? No.
Yeah. Your stat was wrong.
I think it was a 3:30 kick. It ended around dinner time because I watched the.
You're saying last prime time at Doak?
Yeah. I think it was 4th and 14.
Brutal. I'm going to go the spread. It opened at 4.5. It was all the way up to 6.5. It's now at 5.5, according to FanDuel. I'm going to go 28-20 Canes. But that 20 from FSU comes it's just some late garbage. But it's ultimately, it's a dominant win. I'll take it. 28-20. Let them have their little. I think it's 28-13, and they score a touchdown, and they try to go for an onside kick with like 15 seconds left. Down.
So you said this is down to a 5.5.
Miami 5.5. Yes, sir.
That's tight.
It jumped up. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, it's a rivalry, Jimmy. Have I mentioned
get the
that?
sentiment. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, gentlemen. It's good to feel confident going into this game. We're not that far out from feeling unconfident about this game. I mean, last year, obviously, we felt confident, but the year before that, we were not expecting to win. That was Emory Williams. The year before that, Ja'Curry Brown got thrown to the ground in a abysmal Hard Rock performance. And so the turnaround in this program, or just the build in this program, it is the true climb. For some reason, they're still calling it the climb over at FSU, even though we're in year 6. It is the descent. I mean, it's hills. I don't know what it is.
If you put his record onto a graph, it would not look like a climb.
No.
It's like
no. But
you call it the anomaly. That's what his stint at Florida State
100%
is at this point. It's called the anomaly.
Out of his 5 seasons at FSU, 3 of them have losing records, I think is correct, or 2.
No,
I think it might be 3.
3.
Yeah. All right, gentlemen. I think all we can say is go Canes.
Hey, best of X.
Oh, best of X. I was like, we're missing something here. And I was about to plug all of our socials too. I've got. I can start us off with best of X, but in talking about the field storming, Matty Bags tweeted in response to this. He goes, "Mossed, then Mufasa'd."
Oh,
And I thought that was pretty good.
nice.
Wow. Mufasa.
Moss, then Mufasa'd on the same play.
Oh.
Tough.
Hmm.
Glad he's okay, though, seriously. That could have been dangerous.
Mine is, so there was one specific non-targeting call in that game where the guy was pretty much on the ground, and then the other, I mean, he just got completely launched right into his skull, and it wasn't called targeting, and they're like, yeah, because it was the...
You talking about Penn State, Oregon?
Penn State, Oregon happened, but this was in FSU, Virginia, too, but Penn State, Oregon was the one, what was the word they used?
Oh, it was his brow, not the crown of his helmet. I'm like, that was straight crown helmet-to-helmet contact.
Yeah. And then FSU Virginia had like had a targeting call as well. And this tweet says, this summarizes, this is from Just Means Less ACC. Great follow.
Great account.
They tweeted a screenshot and they said, this summarizes the targeting well. It's 4 different tweets all back to back from different college football people. There is no way that's targeting. Good hit, and this review slows down the offense. Next tweet from someone else. Oh, that's super mega ultra targeting. Next tweet. That's a little soft, Brody. Next tweet. Most definitely targeting. So no one knows what targeting is.
No one knows.
It's very evident.
It's arbitrary. It is so arbitrary.
Implement the 2-strike rule.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm with you. Mine comes from, I just got a really good kick out of this. It came back up after the Virginia game. This was actually tweeted last Sunday morning, so following the Florida win. It's from Huevos Banchero. So Orlando guy, Orlando Knoll. I wonder if this is someone's burner that we know. But this is awesome. He's a Florida State guy. It says, Miami doesn't do anything that impresses me except control the line of scrimmage. I am confident we will take this away. I mean,
that was the problem.
Controlling the line of scrimmage is
Other than that,
if you ask
Pretty
Nick
important.
Saban what's the one thing he wants to do going into a game, it's probably control the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
Above everything else, it's control the line of scrimmage.
that's good.
So I got a kick out of that.
That is rich.
Honorable mention. Gonna tell my kids this was the Backstreet Boys.
Nice.
And it's all the game day guys in their white suits. Nick Saban's, he's really he's coming around to that crew.
He is.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a nice addition.
God, going from Corso to McAfee is like, wow.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. Makes you feel like Dan Lanning.
All right. Your Canes are going to Doak Campbell on Saturday. Canes fans that are going to that, we love you. Be loud, be proud. Cheer on
safe.
those Canes.
Godspeed.
Be safe. Be safe. It's a tough place, Tallahassee. Not
Newly
much to
renovated
do.
Doak Campbell Stadium.
Yes.
Yeah. Enjoy the black seats.
The black seats.
Hopefully it's not
Luckily,
too
it's a
hot.
night game.
You're
Yeah.
melting into them. Curt, get some sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. All right.
Try my best.
Curt had a kid. Jimmy's in law school. I am nothing. Blow, hurricanes, blow!
Blow.
Whoa.